always encourage people to travel a lot, bro, because your eyes really open. Like, hotel workers, they don't get paid what they should be getting paid. Usually, and I felt guilty because my first day in Jamaica, it was a room issue and whatnot, and I had to complain. And he told me, he was like, yo, did you know when you complain to the hotel, they take the money to make you happy, they take it out of the salary of the workers. So all those extra upgraded suites and things that you're getting, yeah, it's free, but it's coming out of the salary of the workers. And then
what about your trip to Africa? How was that? Like,
oh yeah, trip to Africa, bro. That was actually my first time out there. That was really dope. I'm not even gonna lie, like that
eye opener, right?
shit was it was eye opening, bro. Like overwhelming feeling, like damn, like I'm about to pull up, see family, haven't seen in years, haven't even seen in person, and then it just bring you back to your roots. I don't know if it's just like me, but it brings you back to like your roots to the point where you're like, yo. But one thing I did like was like I had the opportunity to really go out and I took out some money, exchanged some money, and I was able to actually give it out. Yeah. Out to family. Like like you ever seen Drake God's Plan? Like
yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
That's literally like me, bro. Like I literally gave out money, like as much as I could, because at the end of the day, it's like it's money in another currency, so you can't take it with you.
Welcome back. All right, y'all. So welcome back to another episode of Motion and Success. Listen, guys, my name is Cody Brown.
Yep. And yo, it's Ayo.
We back with another great episode.
And we back with another good episode, bro. Same thing. I gotta say the same thing every episode, bro.
Yeah.
I know they following along with it though.
Yeah, man. The growth has been crazy.
Hell yeah.
Growth has been crazy.
Hell yeah, bro. But today it's just the two of us. No guests. So it's the conversation between Ayo and Cody, and
yes, sir.
Y'all gonna get to know more about us again. And it's gonna be a really interesting convo. A lot of things is going on in the world, in our personal lives. I know y'all see the growth of the pod, so we're gonna talk about a little bit of all of those things.
Even a quick milestone achievement that we just hit 120,000
120,000 followers
just a few minutes ago on Instagram. So that's definitely a huge win. And we started this podcast about, when we started this joint, September of 2023.
Yep.
Right now we're in January 2025. So that's about like a year. September, October, November, December, January. 5 months.
5 months.
So 1 year and 5 months.
Yeah.
1 year, 5 months.
120K. Crazy.
How many
growth.
episodes have we done so far?
I think we're like in the 40s, probably like now, like about 40 episodes in.
40 plus episodes,
40 plus
one
episodes
a week
in.
for the past year and 4 months. Haven't missed a Sunday.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's
That's
crazy,
absolutely
bro.
crazy.
Consistency, bro.
Yeah.
Consistency, bro. And like, now, thinking back to it, it's like, God damn, like, you just got to really be consistent, because when them likes is not flowing in, when you don't see the progress, it could be discouraging, but you just got to stay at it. And now today, fast forward to today, yo, pod is really cooking up crazy online.
Definitely
we got a whole bunch of great guests coming lined up.
Yeah.
So definitely y'all gonna stay tuned, keep supporting, and y'all gonna keep learning. Y'all gonna get valuable information, and most importantly, we really want to help y'all make money. That's the main thing. Like help y'all make money. So
I definitely will make some money too.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about it. As we grow, just trying to learn how to make some money, and just basically just continue growing for sure. One thing that for us personally, one thing that I realize is like the value that we provide is so crazy that we got guests that are traveling in from all kinds of places.
All kinds of places,
Florida, where else? Georgia, all kinds
Charlotte.
of places. Yeah, Charlotte.
All types of places, bro. But that really shows the value and the extent that people see, like, yo, this is something that can really benefit me. Like they see the value in that. And as long as we keep at it, this thing's gonna really grow And we definitely got something special coming for y'all, but the announcement is going to be coming towards the end of the episode. So stay tuned. It's something really special. It's a big announcement. This is going to be one that is going to help the people, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. So, let me not even say anything.
Yeah,
bro.
y'all got to wait till the end of the episode, man.
Let me not say nothing bad. so let's get into it, bro. How's things going on your side, man?
Bro, things is going great, bro. Just went for these last probably 2-3 weeks. I've been traveling. Went to Jamaica early this month, then came back from Nigeria. First time actually out there in Africa. So I always encourage people to travel a lot, bro, because your eyes really open. Like sometimes you need that different perspective to really understand how the world works and just how, people work. Because if I was to stay in New York City my whole life, I wouldn't know, like, it's people that eat from a farm, like, every day, or people who they don't care about social media. Like, I wouldn't understand that other side of the world. So, it was really dope, traveling these last few weeks. Definitely gonna share some good experiences with y'all from
so how was your
both
Jamaica
places.
trip? You know what's crazy about his Jamaica trip? His driver actually
Tell a story. So I was in Jamaica a couple of weeks ago. And Jamaica is really nice, by the way. Like, really, really nice. Yeah. People were super friendly. Just great country. I ain't even gonna lie. Great country. But yeah, so I had a driver. I was going on a tour. I really wanted to be a local because I'm one of those people, bro. I don't like staying on a resort. Anywhere I go places, I don't want to be afraid of going out and interacting with other people, local people, because especially in a black country, like, I'm like, yo, I could blend right in with them. So why am I ducking or like staying on a resort? So I booked a trip. I booked a local tour with it was a guy, it was on Viator. He had a tour where he just shows you local restaurants, local neighborhoods, and this was probably one of my favorite parts of the trip because he was like I think he runs the entire thing, but just the where he took us, like, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of a backstory before I jump into the interaction I had with the driver when we were driving. But he took us around and showed us around the neighborhood. So he took us to a area where it's like a bunch of mansions, like well developed houses in Jamaica. Like I was looking around, I'm like, what? You seeing some houses that look like the White House, that look like they could be in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And he was breaking it down to us. He was like, hey, this is where the drug dealers build their houses. Like, a lot of these people are either dead or they're in the feds. They're in jail in America. So they built a lot of their money off of like drug dealing, fraud, and things like that. So when you go to their neighborhood, it's a bunch of mansions, but it's not gated. And his response for why it's not gated is because the police know that it's the drug dealers that they own these houses. They own these houses. So they don't, it's just like, so they literally built a community with their own money. So they got a supermarket not too far from all the mansions and things like that. But one thing he pointed out is like, hey, when we went, it was nobody on the street. I'm like, whoa, why is it so much mansions, so much cribs, like $1 million houses, but it's nobody on the street? He says like, yeah, a lot of people are locked up. And another thing was, he was like, the houses are abandoned. So sometimes it's like, yeah, this person built a crazy $1 million home, but he's dead or he's in the feds. So what the government does now is they rent some of them out. And that one really like caught me because I'm like, damn, like the way people operate here is like super different. Like they allow people, if you're drug dealing things, if you have the money, you can build crazy houses and things like that. So he was showing us around. He pointed out certain things, showed us like a church that was 250 years old. that church really caught my eyes too, because it was like super old church built by like white slave masters, and you could just see like the impact of slavery years later. So all those things definitely opened my eyes. But the interaction I did have with the driver was like he was into financial literacy. He always wanted to learn. Like he was like, yo, I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. What's that other book? Everybody reads it.
Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like he understood the principles of financial wealth and wealth building and things like that. So he was just like, yo, hey, I hope he was giving this game about the hotel game as well. He was like, hotel workers, they don't get paid what they should be getting paid.
That's true.
So he was like, usually, and I felt guilty because my first day in Jamaica, it was a room issue and whatnot, and I had to complain. And he told me, he was like, yo, did you know when you complain to the hotel, they take the money to make you happy, they take it out of the salary of the workers. So all those extra upgraded suites and things that you're getting, yeah, it's free, but it's coming out of the salary of the workers. And then sometimes you can kind of see how these workers, when you do complain, they start to they start to treat you a little bit differently, start respecting you more. And it's like, I always wondered that. So when he broke that down, I was like, God damn, I actually feel bad for complaining. But that doesn't mean like, yo, tolerate bad rooms, tolerate bad service, because at the end of the day, you still got to do what you got to do to make yourself comfortable. Right. But yeah, he was breaking that down, and I was like, damn. And then I had told him, before we ended up leaving, I'm like, yo, I got a podcast in America. It's called Motion to Success. I was like, yo, I think you will really enjoy this podcast, being that, you like financial literacy, you like financial education, we give a lot of game. So he gave me his phone. He's like, yo, hey, type it in. So I took his phone, typed it in, I clicked it, and he had like 3 of his personal friends were already following the page. So I'm saying here to myself, and I'm like, whoa, like this is a whole nother side of the world, and yet people still see our content. So that one that was like a little shock to me, because I'm like, damn, you see how far just us sitting down and talking, recording it can really go and impact people's lives, even in Jamaica. So that was a really dope experience. But yeah, Jamaica was lit. It's fun. Very interesting people, interesting things. I was out there. I was out there with my brother. We stayed at a resort, dope resort.
Do you think a person should go out like when they're traveling? Like, do you think it's a good idea to go out and travel? I mean, go out on the actual, like outside the resorts.
Yeah, bro.
I feel like most times is when people go to like vacation, they'll stay in their hotel room. They'll just only go to the beach. Yeah. They won't really go out to like the local stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's I don't know.
Funny enough,
I would just actually go out.
Funny enough, I was playing volleyball with a bunch of people from Ireland. We were playing volleyball for a while, so they were so excited to speak to Americans. They're like, yo, hey, like they're trying to have our accent. I'm listening to him like, it sounds like he's speaking British mixed with, I don't know, but Dutch. Yeah, so like we were talking and things like that, and I asked him, I was like, hey, have you guys left the resort? You guys did anything? He told me straight to my face, he's like, nah, we just staying on the resort. Yeah. I'm like, why? He's like, we don't know around the area, it's probably dangerous. And he starts laughing. I'm like, damn. All right, so sorry to break the episode. This message is for any entrepreneur. You really do a good job. You're killing it at whatever you do, but no one knows you. You have no social media presence. Well, guess what? You're missing out on a lot of money. Good news is I help entrepreneurs like you grow organically on social media. No gimmicks, no ads, just authentic, strategic content that converts. And if you're a podcaster, I've got you covered as well. If you're struggling to grow your show, struggling with editing, well, I cover those services as well. It's time to stop procrastinating and take action immediately. Click the link down below and book a call with me where we're going to sit down and talk one-on-one, and we're going to start helping you grow and create some motion and success, but more importantly, get you some leads that will convert into dollars. So what are you waiting for? Your audience is waiting for you. Let's get them to trust you. Click the link below. So y'all come all the way to Jamaica and say y'all in Jamaica, but don't leave the resort?
Yeah.
I can't do that. You know, I feel like you got to go out and experience it. You got to go out and be a tourist, because you can't really say you've been there if you didn't interact with the locals, if you didn't get local food and things like that.
So what about your trip to Africa? How was that? Like,
oh yeah, trip to Africa, bro. That was actually my first time out there. That was really dope. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
big
that
eye opener, right?
shit was it was eye opening, bro. Like super eye opening. It's my first time out there, and I ain't even gonna lie. Like when the plane landed there, I was like heart racing, mind just like I'm just like I don't even know what to expect.
I mean, why was your heart racing? Like, were you nervous about?
Nah, bro.
Just a feeling.
I just felt like, yeah, it was like an overwhelming feeling. Like, damn, like yo, you really about to pull up, see family, haven't seen in years, haven't even seen in person, and then it just bring you back to your roots. I don't know if it's just like me, but it brings you back to like your roots to the point where you're like, yo. Because I don't know, I'm like a first generation American. So for me, it's like, yo, I don't even know what the other side looks like, but I'm experiencing it through family, through my parents and things like that. So when I landed in the actual place, it was like, whoa, damn, like, yo, I'm actually here.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got off, just walking, it was hot. Like that New York.
You have to take off
brick,
the puffer.
yeah,
huh?
bro. I had to take off the jacket. I'm like, yo, it's a different type of heat here. But it was nice welcoming people, you know. But one thing I did see is like, yo, it's a hustle out there. Like, got in the car, got with like my driver and things like that, and it's a hustle. Like, yo, as soon as you enter like Lagos, like, the local
airport?
roads,
Okay.
the local roads, it's just a whole bunch of people running after you, trying to sell you food.
Yeah.
They're trying to sell you food. They're running after your car. I'm like, God damn, like I never seen this before, and it was just it was just wild. I went to the bank because I brought a whole bunch of money, which was bad advice from somebody who told me to come take a whole bunch of U.S. dollars.
What? Cause you can't get a transfer from U.S. to
The bank. Well, the bank that I went to didn't have enough money to exchange the currency, to lend me. So we had to take what they gave me, and then the rest I used this app called Tap to send money out to people digitally. But yeah, so I mean, I was just like, hey, we in another country, so
wow.
So yeah, but
what's going on, my Motion and Success family? Sorry to break the interview, but I had to. I just wanted to share some information with you guys because I know there is a problem. A lot of people out here, they're struggling with their credit. They're struggling to get funding. They're struggling to close a real estate deal. They're struggling to go ahead and increase their credit score. They're struggling to remove inquiries off your profile. I have the solution for you. So now what I went ahead and did was I created an AI powered software that you can use to go out and repair your own credit, not only your credit, but also your family members' credit if you wanted to. So the name of the system is called M2Magnate.com. This is an AI powered software that you can use that will generate all the letters for you in less than 5 minutes, and you can send out your letters throughout the software to get the results. This is the same exact system that's responsible for helping me remove negative items off my client's credit profile, my credit profile, and this is what's going to help you to get that 700 plus credit score without having to pay thousands of dollars. Go ahead and visit m2magnate.com and start working on your credit. See you guys inside the software.
it was dope, bro.
So after going to a place like that, like what's some of the like huge cultural shocks? Like, was it compared? Like, you see, like when on TV, people like they portray Africa to be one thing.
Yeah.
But from firsthand experience, like how was it? Like, would you say?
Bro, I seen two sides of Africa. So I went to the village side more so. You could say like what you would say, the countryside.
Yeah.
And then I was in the city, Lagos. So Lagos, a little bit more modern. You got people still hustling on the streets trying to sell you stuff. But then you see cars, you see colleges and things like that. But Further down, I went to the village side, which is where one side of my family grew up, and that one really opened my eyes, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. When I went there, houses was made of like
zinc.
Nah. Houses was established. Like, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. Like, it was good, but
Okay.
it was just like small houses. The material for the houses, you probably would be like, whoa, like what is that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And people were walking from a long distance. Like I seen people walking from probably the farm, which is probably like 5-6 miles away.
Every day
They're doing that, or they're trying to hop on a bike, and get there. So I was seeing that, and I'm like, yo, this is people's everyday lives. I couldn't fathom, bro, because I'm like, yo, I'm from America, where basically, yo, everything is just so accessible.
Everything is all on a silver platter.
Everything is so accessible. So when I even got there, bro, like I realized how much I stood out. Like people knew I was not like.
Well, the hair for sure.
Yeah,
they all got short haircuts.
Yeah, they got short haircuts, and then just the style and everything.
Yeah.
Like, yo, they can easily tell.
Yeah.
So, but one thing I did like was like I had the opportunity to really go out and, I took out some money, exchanged some money, and I was able to actually give it out.
Yeah.
Gave it out to family. Like you ever seen Drake God's Plan? Like,
yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
That's literally like me, bro. Like I literally gave out money, like, as much as I could, because at the end of the day, it's like it's money in another currency, so you can't take it with you.
Right. You know what's crazy part about it too is like my family's from Grenada and Jamaica, so my parents, they took a trip to Grenada, and they said, yo, like there's still houses where people like build up on their own and it doesn't have electricity. Damn. They gotta go outside. The bathroom, they don't have running water inside the house, so you gotta go outside, and it's like a small little shed kind of where you do your and then you come back, and pretty much just how things work out there. So
yeah, bro,
just little things like electricity, running water in the toilet, running water in the sink, a shower, things like that we like. All right,
we take for granted, bro. And good thing you mentioned that too, bro, because so like with me. Immediately when we came there, we already had family. Like they wanted us to stay in certain parts because they already knew we were American. We wouldn't be able to adapt to that lifestyle of fetching water to go take shower and all of this stuff. Nah. Because so my dad actually has a house out there where he made it like Americanized, where like, yo, you got a shower, you got all the stuff you need. Yeah, you don't really got to go out and do these things. So I seen that part. But one thing I would say is I feel like every black person needs to visit Africa.
At least once.
At least once. Just for the simple fact is, like, although we got split up because of slavery, I feel like you'll still come to Africa and you'll see somebody that looks just like you. You'll see somebody who you could same complexion as you, everything, because at the end of the day, this is the original land that we really could call home. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I did kind of feel a way when I did see other people like doing business deals and things like that of other races. Like they're over here, they're buying land, they're doing a whole bunch of stuff in Africa, and we sit back and watch it. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of development that needs to take place, but over the course of, I would say, probably like 50 years, I'm expecting to see some development, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just said that Dubai, the UAE, just announced like, yo, they're going to invest $100 billion in Africa. So everybody sees the value out there. So
in a lot of countries in Africa right now, are definitely they're slowly developing. Like for example, Senegal, they have Akon City that's supposed to grow.
Is that real, bro?
Yeah, it's actually a real thing.
For real?
I think they actually stopped the project, but they paused it or something like that. But it's in Senegal. They got something called Akon City. Like literally Akon, the
I actually like that.
musician.
I like that idea.
He's building up like a whole city in
I like that
Senegal. You know, and these other different places, you know, that are
idea,
actually
bro.
going out there and growing.
Bro, we need more of that, bro. We need more of that. And I feel like what confuses me is like we got shout out to Ghana. They're giving free citizenships and stuff like that.
Ghana's
To
another place
to
that's,
anybody that's black. They're like,
yeah.
yo, hey, this is your home. You can always come back. We'll give you a citizenship.
Really?
Ghana has that option for people. So definitely, like, I advise people to, you know, go to one of these African countries, tap in with your roots, and invest in Africa. Like, it sucks that, you know, we're the top consumers in the world in terms of, like, yeah, we spend a lot of money, bro. Black people spend a lot of money, bro. But we don't invest into things. We don't invest back into our communities. So, you know, I feel like that's something that we got to change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely got to. Definitely.
Have you seen, because I heard even like in places like Africa, they would be like, yo, Africa is getting Americanized, or, you know, these places in different countries are getting more Americanized. Like, for example, people in Africa, like young dudes wearing jackets, puffer jackets.
Yeah, I did see some dude with a it was blazing hot too. Like,
puffer jacket on.
He had on like
they watched the Super Bowl, all kinds of things, you know.
I don't know about the Super Bowl, yeah.
In Jamaica, they have Super Bowl parties.
Oh nah, yeah.
Thanksgiving is not a holiday in, you know, many different countries. You know, definitely Americanized, like put in the American culture.
It's coming.
And you know what's crazy? One thing I heard on a different podcast, I think it was EYL, like they was like, yo, a lot of these countries now are establishing like the British history. Like, for example,
yeah, that's Nigeria, bro.
They wear wigs.
They wear wigs for the court.
Yep. For the courts. The certain like outfits that they wear to weddings. Before it used to be, you know, during slavery, you jump the broom.
Yeah.
Now they're doing, I forgot, like they're more like Western Europe European kind of wedding styles.
Yep.
Things like that. So it's like when you start to get more exposed, it's like, all right, cool. Now you can start, you know, gaining those real traditions of actual, you know, African culture. That's like, for example, a lot of people, and I feel like some people just do this just to do it. They get married to an African person because of the weddings.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Yo, good thing you mentioned that, bro.
Because of the weddings, bro. Like, they want the African style wedding, or they're going to Africa to specifically get married, so that way they can have an African wedding.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad you mentioned that, because I'm seeing that it's a real trend right now.
It's a trend, bro.
Especially like I'm seeing it. A lot of these girls trying to settle down with an African guy
specifically,
because the weddings look turned. And apparently we spend money or whatever. Cool. But if that's but bro, if that's the reason why I want to marry somebody that's African, that's the worst reason right there. Cause we see this shit. Like, African guys, we really see this shit, and we just like, I just laugh when I see this shit, cause I don't know, bro. It's just funny to me, bro. But I'm glad you mentioned it. I can't say too much, but I definitely see. I see exactly what you're talking about, bro.
I see. It's definitely one of those big trends now, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it will be a problem. Like, say for example, you and your family, you guys travel out to Africa to specifically have a wedding there. Yeah. It's not a problem. I mean, I don't have anything wrong with that. I think it's actually good. I want to experience an African wedding. But here's the thing. I can't bring a lady with me because I'm like, oh, yeah, let's get married. Now it starts. She got the thoughts in her head. She want to get married. She want to have an African wedding. Yeah. So, you know, things like that. But definitely just having like a cultural exposure to something new, I feel like is always good. Because, you know, one thing that I'm learning as well, you know, with personal development, is like, yo, the easiest way to change is to change your environment.
That's 100%.
You know, so now you can go ahead and if you want to change your mind, if you want to change certain things that you do, you got to change your environment. like for example, if you're a person where you do drugs, right, or you're a drug addict or
Yep.
something like that.
Can't
Like
be
for
around that
example, when you go to Philly, right?
Hey, why you said Philly,
I'm
bro?
sorry. I'm sorry. Right? Don't come for me. But all right, let's say Harlem. I'm from New York. Let's say you go to Harlem. You go to 125th Street, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna see all the strung out people.
Yeah.
That's
No
it look like a zombie land.
Yep.
Now, a lot of people they get in that situation because they were literally just one. They probably were one check away. They lost it
Yep.
all. They were one something away, and they lost it all. And then guess what? Now, you turn to certain things like drugs, and then now you're in an environment of that, and it's almost impossible to get out of it because now, like, this is all you know. Once you change your environment, you can start, changing more easily.
That's 100%, bro. I feel like when you whatever
it's easier to change your mind like that.
Yeah, whatever you hang around is what you are. Whatever you tune into, you turn into. So, hanging around people or an environment that people do drugs and things like that. I mean, it's not like, everybody coming from that environment is going to be a drug addict, but you have a high chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All it takes is that one bad friend or that one experience, like, try it, to really, really fall down that path. So I feel like if you really want to change, even any situation in your life, you have to be around the right people.
Yeah.
So if you want to be a millionaire, you got to learn from millionaires.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? If you want to be, if you want to build some type of wealth, you're going to have to know people who build wealth. You got to hang around people who are building wealth, like on the same page.
Yeah.
And
if you want to get fit.
You want to get fit, especially fit. You got to hang around some fit dudes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
it starts to make, you almost feel uncomfortable, like, yo, I gotta get, a little right. I gotta get right. Like the video I sent you the other day, like, yo, like a bunch of young dudes, they're from Canada, small little towns, Georgia, and all these guys moved to Miami, and now they become friends. They're all under 30 years old.
mm-hmm.
And they're all living the American dream, like a GTA lifestyle.
Yeah,
you know
GTA lifestyle, yep.
Guys is pulling up in Lambs, Ferraris, one-of-ones, things like that. But it's like, yo, you had to change your environment to be able to level up. So when you start seeing people like a year later, 2 years later, oh, yeah, that person changed. Nah, yeah, you're right, I did change, but I had to change for the better. I had to change my environment. You know what I mean? So now the things that you used to do, you don't do anymore.
Exactly.
You don't indulge anymore because now you're a different person.
Exactly.
So definitely culture change is always a good thing.
Would you, do you see yourself, like, in terms of cities, like, which city would you say is a city where, like, yo, hey, if I really want to get to it, if I want to be a millionaire, if I want to have that drive, what city would you choose to live in, to be around, to develop, like, some type of circle out there?
Well, I'll probably say Miami and Georgia. If you're like a content creator, like, or you want to be a movie star, you go to Hollywood, you go to LA.
Yeah.
If you're more like you want to grow your own business, you're young, definitely Georgia, Miami. But staying stuck in the city that you're from, like even Brendan Boyce said, he's like, yo, if you in your 30s and you still live in the same city, you're doing something wrong. You definitely got to relocate.
Miami's definitely different.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everybody's just regular out there.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you see fast cars, you see Bugattis on the street. Yeah, fast cars every day. Like, you literally see, you go to the gym, you see some dude, then he just hops in a Wraith or hops in a Lambo, Bugatti. So it's a different type of money out there and a different type of freedom. I think it's a lot of people making money digitally there.
Yeah.
So a lot of times these guys, they look like they don't have a job, but they're making money, millions from their phone.
Yeah.
So that's definitely on top of my list in places I would move to.
Honestly,
100%, bro.
I would definitely do it, bro. Like, and the good thing about, like, for example, a podcast, it's like something where
you can move around
with. You can move around.
Yeah.
You can have it's more like an asset because now if you're in Miami or if you're in a place like Atlanta, Georgia, or even a place like LA, you'll be able to make some good relationships because
100%.
now whole lot of people can come on your pod, and now one person know another person that knows another person. You know, like in our case, we want to start interviewing like celebrities, not just like the top business entrepreneurs that are on social media, like also like rappers, artists, celebrities as well. But now it all starts off with the rooms that you're in. We seen it clearly when, like, for example, when we met Chef G. It's just a room with regular, like, not regular people, but they're regular people. You know, like just being in these rooms, getting those kind of invitations. It's like, people that you see on TV, people that you see, on big stages, regular people.
That's the fact.
Regular people.
That's what I would advise people. Like, yo, get in the room, y'all. Like, don't be afraid to get in the room, because a lot of business deals, a lot of opportunities that, you can't just simply hit this person up in the DM. You can't just text them. You know, you can't literally do any of that stuff. A lot of times is you need to be in that room. Sometimes you could just see them sitting by themselves. Like when we was literally in the room with a bunch of influencers, rappers for about 2-3 hours. This was like the perfect networking opportunity. So, like, when you're in the room, you got to take advantage of it. You know what I mean? So, I advise people, if you're looking to level up in life, definitely get in the rooms, network with people. But it is one quote that I did hear, bro.
What's that?
And it was like, networking is overrated. First and foremost, you got to become the person
that people want
to network with.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
That point, that does make a lot of sense.
It does.
That definitely does make a lot of sense.
Because here's the thing, it does make a lot of sense, and it's perfect to work on you. You know what I mean? Because now, for example, if you are networking with a whole bunch of people, everybody's all 6-7 figure earners. They be like, all right, cool, let's go out to eat after. If you can't afford to, pay the tab or go to a restaurant that they will all go to.
They playing car roulette and shit.
They playing car roulette. Nah, I ain't gonna play car roulette. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Like now they don't want to invite you back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he ain't up there yet. He not ready.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it like personally, because like I've been around a lot of heavy hitters, but I know, my role, like when, before, so it's like, all right, cool. I see I ain't gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Till you get to certain levels, it's like, all right, cool. Like you stay down for a few months, stop going to all these events, like really focus on trying to level up. Then people gonna start hitting you up.
Exactly,
they gonna start
bro.
seeing the motion. They gonna start seeing the success that you have, and that's kind of how our story unfolded. And how people start flying in from different states. We started off with people that we all knew, like, or somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody.
Yeah.
Now it's people that we don't even know that's flying in.
It's flying in.
Dallas, Texas,
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy because just a few weeks ago, we had one of my personal favorite rappers. I'm looking through a story, and then I see myself. When I'm like, whoa.
Meek?
Yeah, Meek.
I ain't gonna lie, Meek is actually one of my favorite rappers now. Before it was G Herbo. But before it was Herb, before it was definitely Herb, but now I think
Meek, bro. Meek is definitely up there, you know what I mean? So when he shared a piece of our content, I was like, damn, like, that one really caught my eyes. I was like, sheesh. Because I peeped it with the quickness, because I'm over here, I'm watching Meek stories, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
So right then and there, that tells you, bro, like, yo, content is super powerful, bro. Like, super, super powerful.
What's some game you would give some people in for 2025 on the content side that if they do this, they'll definitely, 10x their results as far as
consistency,
growth.
Bro. Cause the
we know the consistency part.
Number one thing I say
is definitely important.
Yeah, number one thing I say is consistency, and another thing is finding a lane. Like, it's so many lanes right now, and that's the beauty of content creation. Like, you got people who, they literally could hold a camera like this and get content, and interview people just like this, hands up, like first person. People got that type of style of content, and you got people who, they could sit down for hours and just talk to a camera and, be themselves. So you got to be able to find your lane and find like your whatever topics you want to talk about. If it's dating, the big topics that we know is dating, finance, and health.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in within those three, and you could say some comedy if you're a comedian too.
You can mix it in.
You can mix it in.
You definitely can mix it in. You make somebody laugh.
Yeah, if you can make people laugh as well. So you definitely got to fit within those 4 areas. But then it has to be real. It has to be like genuine. Like you can't fake it. I can see if somebody's faking on a camera. You know what I mean? So if I can see it, whoever's watching it, they can definitely see it too. So find your lane, and just find something you genuinely enjoy. Like content becomes fun when you enjoy whatever you're talking about. So if you're sitting here and you wanna talk about real estate, you don't know properties, people are gonna feel that sense of like, yo, this person don't know what they're talking about. True. But what you can do is, hey, my journey to buying my first property, and document the entire thing along the way and be entertaining with it, and people might rock with you. You know what I mean? So just definitely find your own lane and be genuine about it. 2025, a lot of people jumping into content like it's crazy, bro.
I mean, it will never get oversaturated. You know,
crazy.
I don't think it would ever be like an oversaturation of content. It's not enough good content out there, I would probably say. But one thing I would say is like, to like what you said. For example, with Alex Hormozy, he was like, yo, don't go out there and read off, all right, top 5 credit cards and you've never, did this. Go out there and document, what you make content based off of what you've documented, like what you've done. Like, say, for example, this week I had a client go ahead and we applied for this, and next thing the banker came back and asked for that. Here's how I handled it, versus like top 5 this, top 2 this, top. I mean, it's great, but documenting the story is
documenting it, bro.
much better because you're actually out there doing it. So if you don't have anything to document, if you don't have anything to say, like he's like, just don't force it. Like, just go out and do good shit.
Yeah,
there's a lot of big business owners that have like 100 followers, 10, 1,500 followers. They're making millions.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
you're 100% right, bro. And I feel like that's how you build a loyal following. Like people could really resonate with you and be like, yo, hey, like, yo, his story is crazy. This dude went from 0. He literally maxed out all his credit cards just to make it to where he's at. Like, yo, I really, really rock with dude. You know what I mean? So then people's like, yo, whatever he drops, I'm buying. So if you want a group of loyal followers, they gotta understand your story. If nobody understands your story, they ain't buying from you. They ain't trusting you. So definitely document your process along the way, and don't be afraid to say all the hardships you went through. Like, don't duck it. Just say it out, and people, they love seeing that. Like, you love people going. Everybody loves seeing a person who went from 0 to hero, you know what I mean? So definitely, bro. But bro, how's your 2025 looking? Like, I know you've been locked in, been handling a lot of clients with the funding.
Yeah. So this has been a great year so far. I mean, definitely been really good as far as like, handling clients. Operating and funding clients, getting approvals left and right every other day, things like that. Yeah. So it's definitely been a good journey. But like I, I always say, man, I feel like this, I don't know, but it just feels like this will be a very, very good year for me personally. Like for the podcast, everything that I'm attached to, I feel like is going to win
100%,
very,
bro.
very big. I've took a lot of lot of lessons. Bro.
Damn, that's
Man,
a lot,
oh
bro.
man, a lot, bro. And we'll probably share one day, but
Yeah,
not right now. You know, definitely a lot
yeah.
of lessons learned. But the thing that separates me and everyone else is throughout all the lessons and all the losses that I had taken, I haven't folded. You know what I mean? I haven't
Yeah.
retreated up until now, and I have no signs or any intentions to retreat, bro. You know, absolutely none. Like absolutely none. Like none whatsoever. And once you have that kind of mindset of no retreat, no quitting, like not going, not folding, you definitely gonna see through.
That's 100%, bro.
But for sure, one thing I did learn as well is like, meanwhile you're on your journey, is have your fun, but don't have no children if you ain't got none.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
somebody had literally told us that
Don't
today.
have no children if you ain't got none.
Somebody literally.
No way, not that, bro. No, bro, don't take it personal, bro. Somebody said that to us this morning. So
Somebody
he's like,
literally told us that.
don't have no kids if you don't. That will fuck your shit up, because now you have your mind set up like, all right, cool. You're gonna go out and build a business. Next thing you know, you gotta go pick up 2-3 jobs because you got seed.
It's a trap, bro.
He's like, yo, you young, bro. Don't go out there and do it.
Yeah,
So I feel like, if you just have that kind of mindset and just keep going, bro, like,
I agree,
success is yours.
I feel like in your 20s as a man, and even a woman too, this is the best time for you to run up your bag, take a lot of risks, get away with a lot of shit you probably can't get away with when you're like 30 with 3 kids. You know what I mean? Because now you got financial risks, you got risk of financial ruin, time as well. So it's a lot of things that you got to do before you sit down and have them kids. You know what I mean? So, I mean, salute to us as young men. We stayed out of that. Yeah. I'm opening social media every day. I'm seeing people getting married, people having kids. No pressure on my end. I'm just like,
he said, no pressure on my side.
You know what I mean? Like,
but yeah, man, and it's just like continuously just keep learning the lessons that's like from people that's further, further in life. Like, all right, yo, don't do this. You don't want to go down that path.
Yep.
Yo, don't go lock in that 6-figure job if you want to grow $1 million business, because that 6-figure job is gonna have you handcuffed.
Yep.
You're gonna be like, all right, cool, I'm making this money. It's gonna be almost impossible to leave. You know what I mean? So I'd rather take a job that's paying me $30,000 a year, knowing that I have the qualities to go out and apply for a 6-figure job. But I would take the time necessary to go ahead and build my business. Meanwhile, I got a $30,000 a year job.
I agree, bro. I do want to ask you too. Why do you think, like, bro? Because what I notice is, bro, is like a lot of people don't think like this, bro. A lot of people, they don't see like the opportunity that the world has to present. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, I know you probably seen this talking to people, and they're like, yo, this guy's bugging. Like, yo, he's leaving he's leaving his job, or he's going out, he's maxing his cars. What the hell is he doing, yo? People don't get it. People don't understand taking risks. They just conform to society and, yo, 9 to 5, work till you 60, graveyard. And that's normal to people, But when we start reaching that higher, like we talking to millionaires like almost every week on the podcast. You know what I mean? We see how different of a perspective they got. Like, they hear 9 to 5, they're like, what the hell? Like, leave that.
Unemployable.
Yeah. They're unemployed because they see the world in such a different way.
Yeah.
Like, they see the world in such a different way, and a lot of people can't get out that program, bro. So what do you think, like, is stopping these people from seeing that?
It's probably the lack of exposure, like I said earlier. if your environment, if that's all you've seen, person making $100,000, they go out, get the house, get the white picket fence, they move out the city a few miles out, you good. That's the form of success they've seen, so that's what you're gonna want to do as well. But if you haven't been exposed to, waking up in the morning, not knowing what day it is, not living for the weekend specifically, not living for Friday, taking the trips, you cover your entire family for a vacation, 7-day vacation, all kinds of things. Not necessarily having to share everything, everybody gets their own this, get their own that, get this, things like that. When you start to get exposed and you start seeing how different people live, they got multiple cars. It's one person, but you got multiple cars.
Yeah.
You got a house in Miami and you got a house in Atlanta. And you got, you paid off your mom's crib. Something like that. It just doesn't, not a lot of people really hear it. And thing is, they don't believe, they might hear it, but it's like, all right, cool, that's for you. It's just not for me. But it's just not, it's not that level of exposure. It's like, we've seen guys literally within a few days come in, make, $300,000-$400,000 off of, different ventures that they're doing, literally. So it's really about that level of exposure and just being open-mindedness, Like, I like to be the fly in the wall. Like, when I'm in certain rooms, I don't say anything, bro. Like, I just sit there and I observe, and I just listen. I have nothing to say. Like, you're way further than me. The conversation's a little different, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. Next thing you know, I'm not invited again.
Nah, bro.
Nah,
one thing I got to give you credit for, bro. Yeah, networking. Like, I see, like, you really you mastered. I would say, like, you mastered the art of networking. You know what I mean? And that's a skill. That's a skill, bro. So definitely,
the key is not to. The key for networking is really, it's not asking, not asking right away for something, right? Be quicker to give versus ask,
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest key when it comes to networking. Because a lot of times you might hear somebody, you just meet them for the first time. Yo, bro, I follow you for this long, I got this idea that I think you might be, good for you as well. Nah, bro, you go out, you do your thing, don't ask.
Yeah,
like,
yep.
Like, you give as much as you can. It's called law of reciprocity, if you give, then people they're gonna give back to you as well. So.
That's
and
a
not
fact.
needing it,
That is a fact, bro. That's 100% a fact. But yeah, bro, like, definitely, like, this is gonna be that year. I feel like, we're staying consistent. We know the work we gotta put in.
Absolutely.
Connecting with the right people. So looking forward to just, remember, this is January that we're recording this, so
it's about to be February.
Yeah, it's about to be February. So
in a day or two.
By the end of the year, 100%, like, insane progress. Big months.
Let's do this big challenge right here. Where do you think we're going to be in the next 11 months from now? Followers-wise, people-wise, guests that we've met. What do you think?
Follower-wise,
2025 is out.
I'm not going to lie. One of the things I do see for us, especially, first with the podcast, we're growing at a fast rate, like, to the point that, certain things we haven't even delegated out yet, because it's just like, just so fast, like, we're growing. So definitely building out a team, and follower-wise, bro, we probably going to be at 500,000.
500,000?
500,000.
Where?
I'll say 500,000 by I'll say 500,000 probably September.
All right, so what do you think we're going to close off the year with on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok?
Instagram 600K.
600,000.
600,000.
600,000 followers.
Yes.
Before 2020, 2025.
Because bro, you gotta think about it like
I'm
this.
I'm not challenging you.
Yes.
I'm just asking.
600K on Instagram. YouTube growth was a little funny, but I'll say for YouTube, 70K.
70 nah, bro. If you're watching this video right now, go ahead and subscribe to this channel.
Fact.
If you're watching this video right now, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, please.
70. The goal is 100K, but you know, y'all not subscribing, but I'm seeing that y'all watching the video. So it's like, come on. Like, get it, at least try to get us to 100K. You know what I mean? But
70,000 ain't bad.
70,000 ain't bad.
We at 26. All right, so we could probably say where we at right now, so that way it's like, all right, cool, you go back to
so right now we at 28.
26. Oh, 28, my fault.
28.6K on YouTube. So we heading towards, you could say 30K. IG 120.
We're at 120 now.
120K. And TikTok about 20, I think 28K on TikTok.
28K, okay. Well, TikTok is a little up in the air because you know, they did the ban, but I think it's gonna stay around.
It's just
I think it's gonna stay around. But TikTok probably like 50.
Yeah, probably 50 on TikTok. But yeah, y'all gonna see the growth. Y'all gonna see.
So what
the growth.
you're saying is on Instagram 600,000.
Yeah, 600,000.
2025 is out.
Yeah.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, that's a huge number, but I stick with it though.
You don't think so?
Nah,
bro,
I
because
believe
think
it.
about it like this, bro. We're already at the point where we're at, like, you could consider us an established podcast. So at this point, we're not even gonna be getting regular, you know, I would say regular like people anymore. Like, it's more so gonna be people with, you know, some type of following, some type of clout. So we're gonna have more opportunities to go viral. Remember, that's how you grow your fan base, when you got content that goes viral. So if we're going viral with quality content, we can grow easily in a year, bro.
Plus the crazy run, you know.
Create certain times content picks up on random platforms. Like YouTube could just pick up randomly. Crazy. Now you're at 50K. So, you know.
Okay. All right, cool. So 600,000 on Instagram. YouTube 70,000, you say 75.
Yep.
TikTok 50. Now how about community wise? Because this is the big secret.
Oh yeah. So this is the secret. You know, we about to break to y'all. 2025, we are starting the Motion and Success community.
We're bringing back the Motion and Success community. Okay, we're bringing it back.
Yeah. So, this community is gonna be really different. Like, this is gonna be something that you gonna tell a friend, tell a family member. Like, it's gonna be one of those, because I know you guys see the guests that we bring on. You know, we getting people hitting us in our DMs like, yo, I learned this. I executed on this. Now it's time that we put y'all in a room virtually together.
Maybe in person as well.
Y'all definitely gonna get a chance to meet us. We're high-level entrepreneurs. Y'all know we don't bring no regular people in here. You ain't coming. Most of the times, if we have a podcast guest, they're killing it. You know what I mean? So now imagine if you can sit and learn from this person on a Zoom call every week. Like, yo, I promise y'all, if when we drop, because we're gonna give y'all more details, right before we actually release the community.
Yeah.
But if y'all actually lock in and really, really like join this community, I promise, like, your pockets would not be the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be so much opportunities, so much ways to learn, so much great quality guests that we're gonna have on that. You probably can only join us if you're really having some type of motion, bro. It's literally going to be for people who have motion, you know what I mean? Or if you're looking to create motion, you know, don't join it if you're not looking to create motion, you know? So definitely excited about that. I feel like the community at the end of the year, Let's say we start February maybe or March.
No, yeah.
Realistically, yeah, February, late February, March. I say, bro, we should have about 2,000 people in there.
Oh, I thought you was about to say 500. I'm like, whoa.
Nah,
Eyebrow
2,000.
raiser. Yeah, all right, cool.
And that's on the
2,000.
low end.
Yeah,
that's on the low end though. 2,000. And that's also gonna come with a lot of perks. Like I don't want to give y'all guys too much details, but the perks is gonna be insane. You're talking about in-person events, just a whole bunch.
All kinds of crazy stuff.
Y'all gonna see it. Y'all
just
gonna
be a little
it.
spontaneous sometimes. You know, that's it. But all right, cool. So I agree with you, bro, on everything you said. So now, as far as some of the guests that you think we will be able to have on within the next 11 months, who's some people that you think that needs to get on the show that will be like an honor?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go first. Who you think? Who would you because I know you definitely got a list of people you want on the show.
Well, definitely we want to start like venturing off to like moguls, like definitely like moguls and tycoons and people that are doing real things.
Yeah.
Definitely. Matter of fact,
say 50. I already know, bro. I already know it's about to come out your mouth, bro.
Yeah, definitely 50.
He gets to it.
He has to be on the pod. Definitely the dude, Brooklyn Chop House dude, that guy, Don Poole.
Yeah, Don Poole.
He's definitely really good.
Yeah.
It will be really, really good to have a conversation with Meek Mill.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, Meek for sure.
It will be very, very, very nice to have a conversation with bro. 2 more? How many more?
Oh, 2 more. Yeah, you can say 2 more.
2 more. What lane? Because I'm kind of freezing.
Any
up.
lane,
Any
bro.
lane,
bro. To be honest, you know.
So I said Meek Mill, 50 Cent. Who's Don Poole? This is really tough, bro. It is.
It is, bro.
Yeah,
it is.
It is. You know what's crazy? Imagine if we come cross paths with Kai Cenat. I think that would be very, very good.
That would definitely be something good.
Yeah, that's it for now.
That's it.
I can't come up.
Those
with
are some fire guests, bro. Those are some fire guests. Like I especially I agree with 50. Definitely Kai Cenat would be really.
Now you gotta have your own 4.
No. I agree. No, I'm saying like I agree with yours.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But with mines is a little bit like, definitely I want to have an athlete. So I would say, I'd say like an athlete.
Which one?
You know, any sports athlete. So it could be NFL, NBA. Definitely, I would say probably James Harden's up there.
James Harden? Okay.
Like athlete entrepreneurs. So
okay. So James Harden.
James Harden. You could even say LeBron.
LBJ.
I do want to get rap executives kind of from the city. Like, so.
You got to give a name. Some of these people. I was going to say, sorry to cut you, I was going to say Lil Baby, like the guy, I forgot his name.
QC?
QC, yeah, QC. So that's 5 for me. Yeah. So you said James Harden, LeBron James, who else?
Who's from the city that's really killing it? I'm trying to go for the city.
Oh, you want city people?
No. Just for one more. All right, I'm gonna skip that for now. But 100%, I would say It is tough.
It
now I'm
is.
sitting here, bro.
It
I'm
is
like,
tough.
damn, this is actually tough.
It is tough.
But I got to think back to people whose content that I rock with. So, Kanye,
Whoa.
like that, like he will be my dream guest. I would say even probably like EYL.
I agree.
And I do want to get an influencer. I just don't got one on top of my head right now. You already said Kai, so damn.
That's tough.
It's tough, bro.
Tough.
I ain't even gonna lie. It's tough. It definitely
Tough.
is tough.
But that's good enough. That's definitely good enough.
Yeah.
Also Michael Rainey too. That came to mind just now as well.
Definitely.
Michael Rainey as well. So that's 5-5. So
yeah.
All right, so let's see how this thing rolls out, y'all. You know,
but we growing.
It's only one way to find out is to look back in the past.
Yep.
11 months from now, you never know how things go, because I tell you one thing before we cut. The other side is very, very small. Right?
Yep.
Very small, right? So, and what I mean by the other side is very small is like, if you're in the music industry, it's easy to meet, X, Y, and Z or this person, right? The other side is very small because they all use the same people. They all know the same person. This person know that person. And the rooms are all very small.
Yep.
So definitely, I think, some of these names would be able to knock out as far as, building relationships and getting guests.
I agree. It's all about who you know.
Absolutely.
It's all about being in the rooms and connecting with the right people. So
yeah,
a lot of times the people go for the guys in the front, but hey, you don't even know. You could also go for the guys in the back. Like you see your favorite celebrity, your favorite rapper. You see a whole bunch of people running towards him, but then you see his manager just standing there by himself.
Mm-hmm.
That's an opportunity
the
right there.
The manager play.
Yeah, the manager play. So
the manager play.
So always network the right way, know who to talk to, and all these things is possible. I won't be surprised we get at least 3 people on that list.
Mm-hmm.
At least 3 people before 2025 is up, bro.
That will set things off for sure. So
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This was definitely a good episode for sure. Y'all stay tuned because this was a good one. This is absolutely great. Definitely really good, and we're kicking off this year really good. We're gonna just continue to grow. A lot can happen in 1 year.
Yeah.
Especially when you lock in and get connected with the right people. So, let's definitely crush this year. Let's have fun, keep on building relationships, and just lock in and make this the best one possible. You know, and just keep on going up, keep having motion and success.
Yep. And it is, bro. That motion and that success is gonna go up, not just for us, but also for whoever's tuning in. Because I feel like whatever, like I said earlier, whatever you tune into, you turn into. So if you're sitting here listening to us bring 7-figure entrepreneurs on, trust me, you're gonna be the next in line. So definitely keep supporting, and we're gonna share more announcements on the community, about the community. So stay tuned for that, because that one is gonna be real game changer for our supporters. Like, this is gonna be somewhere where I'm telling y'all, you will want to be a part of. So definitely, bro, like 2025, bro, that year.
Yeah. That year, the execution,
yep.
So let's get it, man. So this was another episode of Motion and Success. Go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And we're going to see you guys in the next episode, because we got some good ones loading up tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that, the day after that. And it's just going to keep on going, because that motion and success do not stop.
Yep.
So, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in.